Okay, how are you doing, everyone? Nice to see you. Welcome. Today is the 24th of September 2024, and that means that it's my birthday and I am now 32 years old, or officially I am actually not yet, because my birth time is 8:25 p.m. So I still have to wait for 11 hours and 40 minutes or some 50 minutes. Something like that. Yeah, another year, which means that in the upcoming week it is going to be a struggle to mention my age, because probably I'll still be saying I'm 31 for the remainder of the week, until it finally kicks in that I'm actually 32. So yeah, interesting. What's up, everyone? Hopefully you had a great day yesterday. Hopefully you're gonna have an even better day today. I will prepare you, like I said yesterday, that this will be the only content I can make today. The rest of the day from 10 a.m. onwards, I will be out and about. I will be with my parents. We'll go to Monaco. We're going to do some stuff there and then eventually have dinner. And I'll be out for the rest of the day. So just so you know. And tomorrow morning, very early morning, I have to fly to Barcelona for a conference, the European Blockchain Convention. Not sure if I can provide you with an update tomorrow. And that is because when I arrive, the conference already started. I come one day late. Well, late, I mean, today is like opening party, so tomorrow it starts. But I arrive in the morning, immediately go to the convention after dropping my stuff in the hotel room. And then in the evening, there is like an agenda as well. So I'm not sure how late it's going to be. And then it's going to be 26. So hopefully on the either at the end of the day, 25th, like late evening or something, or on the 26th, maybe early morning or whatever, I can pull something off. I will bring my recording gear with me to try and make content whenever I can. And if I can, it's always going to be a live stream. I never make videos when I'm traveling, because live streams are easier from a time management perspective, because I can just put on the stream and do the analysis live instead of doing all the analysis behind the scenes and then still record a video and then edit and la. So a live stream is a bit more efficient. So we'll see. But yeah, today, 24th of September. Yep, 1992. That is my birth year. So thank you everyone. Oh, Kiwi, make sure to check out this link and fill it in. Thanks, Kiwi, for upgrading to gold. Appreciate it, man. On this day, Mr. Kiwi from New Zealand, other side of the world, yo. Other side of the world. Thanks for all the birthday. Wait, I see a package. Mr. Birabid. Mate, you recently gifted like 50 subs, you know. Put some money for your food on the table, or you know, spend it with your fam. Thanks, man. Birabid, appreciate the 10. That's really kind of you, man. Thanks. Birabid is the reason I got into Elliott Waves. Mike Freeman, Genji Main, Pantaloni, Norosossi, Arco, Hassan Savas, Bologbas, All JR, Mark Z, Offline, and Jay Becker, as well as Robert Jones. Make sure to fill in this form and we will get you sorted. But yeah, thanks, Birabid, man. That's insane. It's insane. It's insane because recently you dropped that 50 and then here you are with another 10, man. Like, it's very kind of you. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, so Birabid and I go a long way back. Years, and he is the one that introduced me to Elliott Waves, and now we're here, right? I'm an Elliott wave, no lifer. So thanks everyone for being here. Appreciate you. Admin, Sam, everyone, thanks for the birthday wishes. Rosie, Joel, BMB, Ollie, Leva, good to have you here. Eva, I said it, Leva, I'm used to it. So the name, everyone, her name is Eva, not Leva, right? It's Eva. It looks like an L, but it's actually an E. I learned this as Eva and myself met in Nice a couple of days ago together with my wife, as Eva at the moment is in France. So we had the opportunity to say hi and spend some time together as she flew in from Lithuania to the south of France here. So it's Eva, not Leva, it's Eva. Should definitely not forget. Thanks, Eva. Yoshi, good morning. Christian, CS, Lols and Lols Landstorm, Perkyo, Siusiu, Tom, Nirmal. Thanks, guys. Mr. Kiwi, appreciate it, man. MS, happy day. Old enough to know better, but still young enough to get away with it. Yeah, exactly. Right? I mean, it's like that's gonna change as we progress through the 30s, right? To the upside. Yeah, we only go up. Idnan, welcome. Good morning, Rowan. Luca, Jeroen, what's up? Thanks for your picture in the group, by the way. I saw it. 1 second here. Let me go to Discord. So Jeroen, without me knowing, dropped this in the Koens update. So for a second I was confused because I opened Discord and I saw Koens update was lit up just like this. And I was like, wait, but I didn't post anything. And then I forgot that Jeroen can post everywhere. And then I saw this. And what is nice about your message is this one here: getting older and never preferred unless the other options fail. That is that's what I always say. This is still from yesterday when we were covering some of the Stuba scenarios. Cheers, Stuba, for all the shares here. So this is still a search from yesterday. We covered a few scenarios, but that's also what we will do today as well. So yeah, thanks, Jeroen. Appreciate it, man. Idnan Pierre, how you doing? From Avignon. Welcome and thanks. Bina Slow Hand Gaming, 32 Bitcoin. Let's go. Oh, maybe one can wait for it. Maybe one day. Darpan Patel, Izzy, how you doing? Thanks for the birthday wishes as well. So good to have you here. And hopefully you're doing good. No idea. Like with no, I won't go in that detail, but hopefully you are doing good, Izzy, and making some profits as well. Julie TV fanboy, thank you. 32K in 32 days from now. 32 confluence. Carlo. Yeah, I think Bitcoin might reach 100 quicker than I reach 100. What do I need to do for the gold membership? So we answered that question. Carlo, MS, a green month. And then we go all the way down here. So we're almost at the bottom. Thank you again, Beer a Bit. Awesome, mate. I really appreciate it. I also saw your message, but of course have to reply. This is one of those days where it's difficult to reply to everything. Yeah. Suffocated, Mohib, welcome guys. Cosmin, many good thoughts from Spain. Nice. I'll be in Barcelona tomorrow. So I'll be in Spain, which I think is my second time ever, if I'm not mistaken. Second time in Barcelona as well. Stego, Luke, Jacob, Jenny, Christian. Thanks, everyone. Okay, Odin, be the champ. Cheers. So, okay, what we're going to do in today's live stream is cover Elliott waves. Of course, look at the 4 hour, the 1 hour, but also, again, zoom out a little bit and go to the daily. I have a couple of scenarios prepared. Some of these you have seen yesterday. Some of these you have not seen yesterday. But we are going to cover a lot of scenarios on the daily. and then explain the probabilities, because the daily remains, it still has quite a lot of options, but we start to get a little bit more clarity with regards to what's high or lower probability. The 4 hour remains most clear though. So yeah, Madhusanka, thank you. Idnan, I was there. Las Ramblas. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. I understand you're a very busy man. No problem. If you fill in the form, we'll get you sorted. And Odin, thank you, man. Appreciate it, sir. Appreciate it. So, with all the highs and hays and welcomes out of the way, let's get started with the analysis on the chart. Dominic Frey, thanks. Appreciate it, guys. So we're 16 minutes in, and I'm actually going to start with the 4 hours. So we know about this, right? We're keeping an eye on the ABC here, and we then count a 5, 3, a 5 ABC. Most common target for your C is the blue box, so that's actually a little bit higher, right? 65.4, 67.4. Inside that area, we do have interesting resistance, being this very small blue box, 66.4K. But you also see the white box, and that is the target for your wave 5. If we're looking for an impulse in a 1, 2, 3, 4, a 5-wave structure. Now, if we want to end wave 5 at the current high, we need to count an impulse here. We'll get to that in a second because it remains tricky, right, to do that. And your invalidation is simply this high. So if price would move down to 61.4, then we will surely put 5 on the top here, right? I'm gonna get like phone calls and stuff. Oh, my dad is calling. Yo, I'm live, Dad. I'll see my dad in 33 minutes, so no worries. So we have an ABC here, and looking for that wave C to end, of course. Now, this is currently the higher probability scenario from an Elliott wave point of view. You can see also we went sideways for quite a long time. And the most bullish scenario, well, actually in the most bullish scenarios, you want to see a move to the downside first, preferably. Now, of course, the title is a retracement due? We'll get to that. But in your most bullish scenario, you would look for a multi 1-2, either a double or a triple. It doesn't really matter, but that's the only way to make this bullish. No? The only way would be to have a 1-2, 1-2, and another 1-2, which has low probabilities because of this one and this 2, or the latest one. Not looking too great. This one is longer than your higher degree blue one. Your latest 2, lowest degree wave 2, right, should generally be around the shortest 2, is over 3, even 4 times longer than your blue 2. But okay, we could say 1, 2, 1, 2. We could. But in that case, your targets for your wave 2, remind you here, right? Wave 2 targets are not hit, even for the white wave 2, the 382 here not touched being a minimum target. So even if you would go for a double, then you will see the targets move down and you still did not touch the 382. So actually, it would be better for the bulls to first go down. As funny as it sounds, as contradicting as it sounds, for the bulls, it's actually better if you go down first compared to continuing to the upside. Now, at the moment, your highest probability is the ABC here to the upside, where we are looking for price to find resistance and then aim for that retracement. In a bullish scenario, you're also looking for a retracement, right? Double 1-2, triple 1-2. It's just that the double triple 1-2 does have a lower probability compared to a zigzag at the moment. So we keep an eye on what's happening here. Now, on the 1 hour time frame, right? And the 1 hour, maybe like, let's go 15 minutes. Look, this is nitpicking. So the 4 hour is leading here, right? There is definitely the potential for the end of C at the high. And that is also due to wave 4s being generally quite tricky, right? So if you get a wave 4 that is complex, it's not always easy to identify a wave 5 as a very clean impulse, because a wave 5 has to be an impulse, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or a diagonal. Well, this is not a diagonal, right? So if we then go to that 15-minute, then what I struggle with here is to count this as, of course, a nice impulsive structure, right? If this is your WX and then your wave Y in 4, and you want to count this as a 5, then how do you do that? 1, 2, 3, and then what? 4, 5? Where's my 4, 5? You know what I mean? There is, of course, some wave 4 shenanigans that Stuba also mentioned, where, yeah, maybe you have some sort of a crazy triangle type of thing going on here, where you end E here, and then this is your 5, as like that would be incredibly ugly. So it's just not great with probabilities to like, oh, this is a wave 5, right? This is a clear impulse. It doesn't really look that nice. So from an Elliott wave perspective, if we want to have a cleaner structure, you preferably actually take the high. The issue is, of course, that this then has to be part still of a wave 4, which means you need to look for ABCs, flats, or W, X, and then a Y, right? With then flat X and a zigzag, 5, 3, 5 there before moving up. But then your wave 4, it is starting to be quite long. We are currently at 3, so we are moving into 4. Oh, we're already over 4 times longer. So you can see that time is ticking. You know, if you do want to move up here, then it needs to happen soon. But then again, and I said this to Silver this morning as well. We moved to the wait. Let me find that post that I wrote here. So I said here as well, so wait here, oops. Let the price action on the right side of the high do its thing. I'm careful here with longs and focus on risk management for sure, as we already had incredible long opportunities lower and we're closing in on potential ending structures to the upside from an Elliott wave perspective. Or at least look for retracements to come. Only keep an eye on the price action on the right side of the high to give me information here for new opportunities. So I'm not interested in trying to count this whole thing. I am very, very, very aware that the probabilities are higher for, at the moment, an ABC, and also looking for retracements if price continues pushing perfectly fine. But I'm very aware of the probabilities being higher for an ABC, with the potential of a C being finished here. As ugly as the move up is, sometimes it is the way it is. You know what I mean? We hit the target area for a 5, right? We hit the target area for an ending structure, right? We didn't hit wave C, but your lower degree, meaning your wave 5, is at least hit. Now, again, preferably, of course, yeah, sure. Preferably you take that high, get a bit of a nicer 5. The problem is, I myself cannot trade that, right? Like I cannot like try and look for this small little move, right? Like having the longs from lower everywhere, perfectly fine. But the moment we moved into the weekend here, I personally haven't traded any long here, anything, because I'm you know, it's not my style. Depends on your own risk management and plan. But yeah, probabilities are higher for your ABC here, and the interest of a retracement. As ugly as this move up is, there's the potential for it to be a wave 5, but preferably we take the high. So if I would need to give probabilities here, probabilities are higher for a zigzag, and on the 1 hour 50 minute, probabilities are higher to still take out the high. that would be like the conclusion. So the 4 hour is looking for a zigzag equaling, you know, keeping eyes open for retracements, while locally you preferably still take out that high. Now on the daily, this is where things get interesting. In no particular order, I'll get to chat in a second. Thanks for all the birthday wishes, guys. I'll get to you in a second. On the daily, in no particular order, let's quickly run through some scenarios. Now this might be a little bit confusing because we are going to cover 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 scenarios very quick. But it just shows you what the possibilities are, and then we talk about probabilities, right? First scenario, bearish scenario, low probabilities. Why? We're looking here for a 1A, 2B, and then a continuation down in a wave 3C. Reason probabilities are low is because an ending diagonal in a wave 1 or A is extremely rare and never preferred unless all other stuff fails. After wave 1 or A, you're looking for 2 or B. In this case, we then have a flat 3-wave structure in a wave A, counted as an internal WXY. A WXY cannot be a subdegree of a bigger W. So we have to then label this a wave A. But in that case, we then need to think about a flat A, B, C. That's your only option if wave A is a 3-wave structure. But for a flat, you still need to look for a lower B. This low was not low enough for your wave B. Which means that in B, you either need a WXY. Problem with a double zigzag WXY and B is that your X hit the 0.7 Fibonacci taken from the high to the low of A, lowers the probabilities. So preferably you look for a single zigzag, A, B, C. But then wave A has to be a 5-wave structure. Possible, but very ugly. Much higher probabilities that this is a 3-waver. So it also lowers probabilities again for this scenario. Now, second option here is again an expanding diagonal in 1 or A, low probabilities unless proven otherwise, right? Unless all the other stuff fails. And then we have a double zigzag, WXY. Now here you can see that now I have a W on top, which means this has to be counted an ABC. Is that preferred? No, not really. It's just the way it is now. But still also low probabilities. And then you have X. Now your wave X hit the 0.7 from the start to the end of W. Lowers the probabilities for a double zigzag in an ABC, correction ABC. And wave Y preferably takes out this high. Now that is definitely possible. Wave Y can take out this high here. But then there's still other scenarios that work better. Bullish scenario, diagonal. For this scenario, you want price to take out the high of 1, preferably immediately, right? So preferably the high locally here is going to get taken. You take the high of 1 as well, and then finish your wave 3 to move down in your 4 and look for a retracement. This is, by the way, wait, let me explain. In this scenario, you look for a retracement, right? In this scenario, you take the high, look for a retracement. In the diagonal scenario, you look for price to take the high and then a retracement in a wave 4, preferably 3 doesn't pass 68.5k. If you do move down here immediately, this has to be counted as a WXY double zigzag in 3. Preferably, however, you don't. Because your wave Y target is going to be somewhere here and not below the orange line. So preferably, you just move up and take the high in this scenario. But after that, you still look for a wave 4. Then we have a WXY with a triangle in Y. D, invalidation is the high of B. Very, very close to invalidation. Would be nice to like invalidate some stuff. But here, what we're looking for, wave E. WXY, XZ. A, B. You can still have a flat over here, take the high, and then a C to the downside, move below the low at A. In this case, you're also looking for a retracement. And then we have the most bearish scenario. This one is actually irrelevant. Multi 1, 2, we hit the 886 here, low probabilities, invalidation almost hit. And then the most bullish scenario, WXY, finished, E in, and this is 1, 2, 3. Now in this scenario, this is then 1, 2, 3. So you're still looking for price to work on a 2 before continuation, meaning retracement. What lowers the probabilities for the triangle scenario, being this one, for example, and the other one, is that here, your wave D counts best as a WXY on a lower time frame, but your B as well. You're only really allowed one complex structure in a triangle. So that's not ideal for the triangle probabilities. And same here with the bigger triangle, unfinished. B counts best as a WXY. But having a B being a WXY is actually very rare. It preferably it's C, then D, and then B. Scenario 4. Well, this was the fourth one. Oh, here. The reason a diagonal here is a higher probability is because of one. How do you want to count this move up as a nice impulse, right? That's the question. And if you have this as a 1 and this as a 2, you can only look at a flat, but that means this has to be a wave C. 1 second. I actually think, wait. Do I have it here? Where is... Oh, here you go. Yeah, you bet I got it on the chart. Yeah, like this of course being a 1, 2. If this is a 1 and this is a 2, 2 has to be a flat with a wave C here, meaning an impulse, which is low probabilities in this move down. You can count it, but it's very ugly. Wave 2 and 4 overlap, strong guideline for that not to happen. And it's incredibly long compared to your wave 1. And if you want to count all of this as an impulse, I mean, that's very tricky. Your wave 4 hit the 618, very, very long 4 compared to short 2. It just counts better as a 3-waver. And if you then look at 3 waves, then you automatically, as a bull, look into diagonals. So it's about the confluence between the scenarios, but you can see that from a confluence perspective, on the 4-hour, probabilities are higher for the ABC, for the zigzag up at the moment, right? And on a daily time frame, on pretty much all of the scenarios, the higher probability scenarios, you're also starting to look for a retracement, right? Unrelated to the scenario itself and how deep the retracement might be. And if you take this high of B or not over here on the chart, take 65, doesn't change a dime, right? Doesn't change anything, just a bit of a move up. But it starts to be interesting to look for signs of weakness. The only thing Elliott waves at the moment can really give is a directional bias, right? And that is something that we can use. So on the 4-hour, probabilities are higher for an ABC. On the 1 hour, I mean, preferably that's not the end of your 5 and you still take it because it's such an ugly end to an impulse, but sometimes it's the way it is. So, arguably probability is higher to still take this high, but you're in 4-5 price action, so I'm not interested. And then on the daily time frame, the probabilities with the scenarios, and this is about confluence between the scenarios, is even in the bearish scenarios, you look for a move down here, right? In the second scenario, take the high and then look for a move down. Bullish scenario diagonal, take the high, look for a move down. WXY triangle, not allowed to take the high, look for a move down. WXYXZ, wave B, flat. Well, flat can take the high still, or just move down directly, doesn't matter. Minimum target 09 hit, but then you look for a move down. Impulse, this is irrelevant. And then we have here this scenario where you then look for a wave 1 and a 2, which is also still a move down. So you can see that is a retracement due, as the question is on the thumbnail. And I am not a clickbait bitch because I actually like to answer the thoughts on my thumbnail. Yes, the answer to is a retracement due, the answer to that would be yes. Based on what the waves are showing us. There's a different triangle. Another one. So many potential triangles once the waves become tricky. I'll make sure to check it later though. I have like so many tags in Discord also because of probably birthday stuff, but make sure to tag me, crowd. I'll make sure to check it out. So that is that, everyone. Pin message. So thanks everyone. Let me go up here. Highest probability to take the high. Happy birthday. What's up, BTC champ? Appreciate it, man. Yeah, so the 886 here, I explained a few times why this 886 is not one that I would put on my chart, which you haven't seen, of course, taken from this high to the low, the 886 here. The reason is that, and you can see it on the daily, you only want to pull an 886 from a place where you look for an impulsive turnaround. So a wave 1 and 2 and a 3, for example, right? Not corrective structures. So what I'm saying is this high in some scenarios can still be a wave B, can be a wave W, can be a wave A, right? And therefore, this can be a wave Y, can be a wave D in a triangle, right? Can be a subwave of a flat. Now, the issue with pulling an 886 from this high to the low is the only thing you now know is that the probabilities are low. This is an impulse down for a 1, 2, 3. However, you can still end at the 886 with a wave Y or a wave D, and then just return back towards the downside. So for example, in this scenario, you can end, let me actually correct my trend line here. You can end wave D here and then just move down in E. And then you have an 886 touch, but you still move down all the way. Of course, 886 only says any move down, higher probability it's a C or Y. But the reason I'm not interested in pulling that 886 is because from this high here, I'm not looking for a 1, 2, 3 to the downside. This can all still be corrective structures, and you don't want to pull 886s in the middle of corrective structures, which this can still be, right? If we end wave 4 here, I'm interested in pulling a 886 from here to here and then to here, right? We didn't hit it. The only 886, the other only 886 I'm interested in is from the high to the low, right? Or actually from the high to a higher low. And then on the lower time frame, the only 886 I'm interested in is pulling it from this high to the low. There's no other 886 that I would pull here. Maybe for the double 1, 2, I could pull one from the low to the high as well. But at the moment, the only one I'd be interested in is pulling from the high to the low. Or actually, and this is a bit of Elliott waves in there, but actually I wouldn't actually even do that. I will pull it to here. So this would be the only 886. And this one is pulled from this high to this low. The reason I picked this low is the potential of an impulse down here, and then a flat W, X, and then Y, and then a second leg down. Right, so yeah, it could be potential A, B, C here. But then your first structure finished at the low, right? First impulsive structure. So that would be the only one I'm interested in. Unrelated to are we going to take the high or not, but I wouldn't really use the 886. Thanks, Madhusanka. David G, Dominic Frey, Joyeux anniversaire. I still have to work on my French, guys. Je te souhaite une magnifique bullish journée. Thank you. I hope so too. A bullish year ahead. Joe Volker, thanks. Appreciate it. Tres. The triangle mentioned yesterday, ending wave E on 16. Can you comment wave C? And is wave E too small? Wait, wave D is 50% of B, which is no problem, of course. And then your, one second, pop, A, B, C, D, E. So wave E in a triangle has a tendency to either overshoot or undershoot. Undershoot, is that a thing nowadays? To not hit the trend line. We hit the 382. It can work. It's not like, at least you hit the 382. Of course, preferably in a triangle from proportion point of view, you would look for a little bit deeper. But yeah, it doesn't invalidate a triangle, so it's absolutely possible. Yeah. Yeah. Dejan, welcome. It's nice to see you be able to write in the chat after like such a long time of like not being able to write in chat. Thanks, Dejan. Clinton, thank you as well. T.I. Shirley, welcome, by the way. Jay-Z, thanks. Sibel, rapper Sibel, everyone. Sibel is a rapper, which is really cool. So we got a rapper in the chat. Thank you, Sibel. Appreciate it. Shirley, nice to get you live before I hit the bed. Wishing you many happy returns of the day. Hope you have a wonderful birthday with Ashley and the parents in town. Thank you, Shirley. Have a good night as well on the other side of the world. And I appreciate your message and hanging out here for such a long time already. We're going to have a great day. We go to Monaco and spend our day there. We're going to have a look at the city, some museums as well. I love cars, as many of you will know. I love cars because sometimes we talk about it. And yeah, we're gonna check out, first of all, the collection of the prints there as well. Should be fun. Do some other stuff in the city and then have dinner later. Linas, thank you. Yanis, appreciate it as well. Thanks for being with the live so often. Tim, hoe is ie, man? Ja, ik moet nog reageren op WhatsApp. Maar dat komt. Ik moet nog kijken in de groepen. Thanks, Tim. Appreciate it, man. Tim is a real-life friend of mine. Cheers, crowd performance. Jove, how do you find targets for the wave 5 white box? Because it's 12618. It's two different pools. So the white box, the 1.236, is taken from the start of your wave 4. I actually don't know if I took the low here or the higher low. You know, one of the two, but it doesn't really matter. The target is close. I took the low, it seems. Target is very similar anyway. And then the 0.618 is taken from the low to the high of 3. So the start of 1, end of 3, and then I also think I pulled it to the low of your 4. So there's multiple ways to calculate a wave 5 target, and those are two of those options. And that's the lowest. The 1.236 is the lowest option, like the lowest target level, and the 0.618 is the highest target level. So that's why I only keep these two on my chart. Elliott waves only. Okay, that's perfect, crowd performance. Sarthak Agarwal, welcome. Good to have you here once again. Appreciate it. Raymond G. Alfonso, yo, I saw your message I saw your comment. Your comment was the same as your Telegram message. So I replied the same as well. But thanks, man. AVDS 85, thank you. Mike Freeman, how you doing? Yo, Mike, you got a gifted subby. So if you want, you get your ass in silver. You got to fill in the form, though. So that the form. 1 second. For everyone that just figures out right now that they got a gift sub because Beerabit has so kind to gift subs. You got to fill in the form. Thanks, Odin. Nice timing. So Naman Katri, pleasure. Can there be an ending diagonal in the 1 hour? In that case, we would then wait. So it's a bit messy on my chart. In that case, of course, you'd be looking for 1, a 2, and then a 3, a 4, and 5. It's too early to talk about an ending diagonal. You preferably wait for your 4 to be in. So yeah, it's not really something I'm looking for just yet. And counting this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is an expanding diagonal, which is always rare. Never preferred. Yo, Mike. Yeah. Thanks, man. Once a year, birthday boy, yo. So I think it's a possibility, but we're not looking at it yet because. Yo, Yoshi, you can come and present next time, yo. You are absolutely right. That's correct. Yeah. Don't really have a way forward in yet, it's too early. So 100%. I fully agree. Very, very nice. Good stuff. Tim Boobo, no problem. I'll reply on WhatsApp. Still have to check. I think I saw some French messages coming in as well in the Dutch group. BTC Champ, do we have any interesting CVD on the 15-minute? Oh yeah, I completely forgot about CVD. Now with regards to CVD, on the 15-minute time frame, we have this bullish CVD here. Right, so the target would be the high. Now, from a CVD perspective, also I did mention this in the analysis, is I just preferably look at the structure we have going on over here. And on a 50-minute time frame, right? So this looks like a nice impulsive structure to the downside, and then you start ranging. Then you have a second push down. Now, there's 3 bearish impulsive scenarios, right? We have a normal impulse being then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but we never got a 4 and 5 because price moved back up. Then you have a diagonal. Now, for a diagonal, let's see, 1, you can't do that, 1, 2. Now, for a diagonal, you would need to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but that's too early. And then you have a multi 1, 2, which would be a 1 and then ending at 2 somewhere here, and then another 1, 2, but that's invalidated. So the probabilities slowly increase, of course, for a 3-wave structure down, which also increases probabilities, as mentioned earlier, still to look for that high, which remains interesting. So, yeah. Can we count this as an impulse? Then we need to do like 1. We can't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's ridiculous. This was not like 1 and then or A and then W, X, Y shenanigans, and then second leg down for possibly an ABC here. Now an ABC gives many corrective options to continue the range. What I am aware of is that on Thursday we have some high impact news here. And then on Friday as well. On Friday I'll be live again, by the way, in the afternoon. So we'll see where we are at the moment in time. But yeah, the probabilities on the different time frames are quite clear. Cheers, Joef. Joe F. Cheers, Mike. Alpha, how you doing, man? Thanks for the comments lately, yo. Great to see you still being active as well, and still giving some comments after being here for such a long time. Some of you are here for so long already. Like, it's insane. The channel exists since 1 year, 7 months, and 4 days. And there's people here that were here in the first couple of months. It's insane. Cheers, Yoshi. Yeah, matter of time, matter of practice. Cheers, Florian. Good to have you here. Appreciate your message, man. Wonderful day. Yeah, I mean, we got a great day today. The sun is shining. Yesterday was cloudy, a bit of rain here and there, but we got a good day. We picked a nice one to get out and about. Going to drink a nice whiskey tonight to celebrate your birthday. Cheers. Yo, Tim, by the way, I'm going to be in the Netherlands from the 7th till the 11th of October. So I arrive Monday night, which is the 7th. I have to leave Friday early in the morning, the 11th, because we go to South Africa as we go on a family visit of my wife's family. But I'll be in the Netherlands for a couple of days before leaving to South Africa. So so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'll be in the country, and I'll be in the area as well. So we gotta be in touch. What I always wonder is, since I'm in this channel, if you can show us some examples of interesting. See, well, never preferred unless. So that would mean, for example, an expanding diagonal. An expanding diagonal. I gotta think here. So do we have a running flat there? 1 second here. So of course on Bybit it wasn't, but if we want to count this as a 3-wave ABC with an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave to the downside, this is a running flat. A running flat is never preferred unless all of the other structures fill. So that would be 1. Of course, you have expanding diagonal structures. I actually don't know. So I wasn't yet making YouTube videos with the price action here at the very low. So I don't really know what I had going on here. I just counted it as a 1-2, but we have overlap here. It's not, no, this can, wave 5 is longer than wave 3. So could there be an expanding structure in here? Maybe. I kind of forgot what I had on the chart there. That's a while ago. I think the running flat option is the most recent option. Do we have anything locally? So expanding triangle, expanding running flat. An expanding diagonal. You like I remember there was an expanding diagonal in a wave 5. But I would need to, like, that was on the low time frame, like a 50-minute, like somewhere in the middle of the mess, there was an expanding structure in a wave 5. But yeah, you know, it just doesn't happen often. So I barely remember that stuff. You know. This arguably is the most recent one. Like a running structure there in your 2. So always any expanding structure is just like, okay, look, an expanding diagonal or an expanding flat is the most common flat, but expanding triangle, expanding diagonal, those two are very rare. Running flat, very rare as well. Charbel, thank you. 2:55 a.m. Time to go to bed, no? NTT, thanks. Yeah, sure, Tim, absolutely. Yeah, currently the probabilities are highest to look for retracement, even if you do take the high. And it's not that, like, so I'm currently in no short positions. First of all, my plan hasn't been met. Second, I need to before I take positions, I always need more. It takes hours for me to get into, you know, positions, and so I need signs of weakness, right? I need clear signs of weakness. And even though so the probabilities on the 4 hour are higher for an ABC, the 1 hour preferably you take the high. On the daily, you're also looking for a retracement to come. But I need signs of weakness, right? Like everything I use, right? You gotta check like market structure, Elliott waves, CVD, horizontal support resistance levels, like whatever volume, right? Everything I use is all combined in my decision making, and so far, I just still observe. I'm still observing. I bet Tim. Yeah, we go for like 10 days. 10 days. To South Africa for the family birthdays and family visit, and then back again. I will take my recording gear, by the way, everyone. But I drop like my agenda, one by one. So in October I'll be abroad for a little bit as well. But yeah. Cheers, Yoshi. Tommy, thank you. Dasek, appreciate it, guys. Iliagalos, welcome back. Welcome back. Been a while. I started my life in the Netherlands and I had too many things to adapt to. Can imagine. Welcome to the Netherlands. Hopefully you will enjoy it. You, of course, like you arrived in the Netherlands during summer, which is relatively good period. I gotta say, June and July were absolutely shit in the Netherlands. I heard that August was better. So, that's something. But, yeah, you're now going into winter. So, enjoy the autumn and the winter in the Netherlands. Gets cold. Yeah, there's more Yoshis here. Yeah, it is really rare. Expanding triangle. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen that, like, and it's even Elliott Wave International, like an expanding triangle. I think they counted it once or something, right? In history, or maybe twice. It's like you can count it on one hand. Expanding diagonals are more common than an expanding triangle, but of course still incredibly uncommon, like rare. So yeah. I will try to be active even with the time zone difference. Oh, of course. I mean, Kiwi, there's people in the gold, especially in the Gold Elliott Waves channel, right? The Gold Elliott Waves channel is very, very active. And there's a lot going on in that channel. Many people discussing and talking and chatting. And they're from all over the world. So there's people also from America there and Asia. And of course, I guess the most are from Europe. But, share your 2 cents, and when Europe wakes up, we reply. But also everyone else, there's still people there. So okay, it's 10 a.m. and I can hear my parents just arrived, so it's time for me to wrap things up, as my birthday the activities for the remainder of the day are going to start. Lander, thank you, appreciate it. Shivan Sharma, cheers, guys. I swear you travel somewhere around the world every second week. I'd wish. Of course, I'm very consistent with the content, but sometimes we have messy weeks, and this week is one of them. And then in October, there's another. And then in November, I have to go to the Netherlands for some speaking stuff. And then in December for Christmas, I'll be in the Netherlands. And then in February, I'll be on winter sport for a week with a friend of mine. At least that's the plan. We're planning. It's not yet confirmed, but where do I find a risk management video? I haven't yet cut it up, took it apart. I must have written it somewhere. Oh, I need to check. Oh, here. The live stream of the 20th of September, 2024. Around 45 minutes into the live stream, I spoke about risk management. I still have to cut it out and then upload it separately. Double Yoshi. Ja, exactly. Thank you, Sam. Thanks, everyone. Wanneer? Waarschijnlijk eerste week februari, ja. Everyone, thank you for being here. I appreciate you popping in. Now, the probabilities, let's shortly summarize, right? Probabilities, summarize. Probabilities at the moment highest for an ABC to the upside here compared to the more bullish multi-1-2 scenario. In a multi-1-2 scenario, you actually preferably move down first before continuation to the upside because you didn't hit any targets for 2s. Highest probability though, looking for an ABC. On the 15-minute time frame more locally, it would be nicest to take out this high from an Elliott wave point of view. So arguably I should give probabilities to that. But it is important that the question on the thumbnail, is a retracement due, would be answered with a yes, as we are looking to end bigger structures and then eventually look for signs of weakness and a retracement, right? So we have hit the target area for a wave 5, which is important. Right? So it's something that we have to keep in mind. But yeah, for our probabilities, ABC, preferably on the 15, 1 hour, we still take out that high at a later stage, see what we get. And then on the daily time frame, pretty much every scenario I have shown is looking for a retracement with or without taking this high. This is low probabilities. You look for a move to the downside. Low probabilities, you take the high over here at 65 and then look for a move down. Here, you take the high of 1 and then look for a move down in 4. Here, invalidation is the high, so you don't want to take it. Move down in E. W, X, Y, X, Z, get your B, can still move higher, no problem, and then look down for C. And then even here, you look for 1, 2, 3. So you can see that also on the higher time frame, the probabilities are increasing to end a structure up and then look for a retracement with or without taking 65. I mean, it would be nice to take it so we can throw the triangles, some of the triangles out of the way. That is what's going on. Thanks everyone for being here on my birthday. I appreciate it, everyone. Yeah, be in touch, Tim. So I thought you were doing 3 sessions last week and this coming weekend. I don't know what you mean, Brendan Reed, with 3 sessions. But make sure to write me in the group. I can answer it. There. Of course, we still will plan the diamond live stream. Should be fun. But I don't know what you mean with 3 sessions, though. I think fitness, maybe. We'll see. But thanks, everyone. Time for me to continue with the day, and we're gonna be in touch. So thanks for popping in. See you at the next one.